Hi, I'm Peter Rose, founder of Longwood Currency Trading. I'm sorry, but I don't have an answer to that FOREX question. What do you mean, Peter? No, I don't have any answers to a lot of FOREX questions that I'm getting. And there are two reasons for that. Number one is because you're asking the wrong question. There are questions that make sense that someone would ask. What I'm finding is that even the folks that have been doing FOREX for a year or even sometimes 2 years are asking the wrong questions. They're asking stuff that isn't consistent with where they should be in their trading journey, their experience, their knowledge base that they're focusing on in order to do something. I'm just amazed at the number of people who have under a year of experience, under 6 months of experience, under 50 or 100 trades experience that are asking questions about staging and compounding across multiple currency pairs, or the benefits or differences between a set and forget and scalping, and all kinds of questions about scalping itself, and just things that really shouldn't be of concern for you, that are overriding the general principles of trading itself. And so I don't really have an answer for that, because you don't have enough background, number one, to understand that that's not the question to ask, and you don't have enough background to be able to phrase the question so that it makes sense as to what you're really trying to understand. There are a few, not many, because of the way that I come across in my videos and stuff. There's not a lot of the numbheads in the world that call and just blabber on about how wonderful they are and they know everything and all that. It's not that I know everything, but you certainly don't, and you're basically trying to, what's the secret sauce, right? You're not asking questions that show your ignorance. You're asking questions to show your dominant process. Oh, I've done this, I'm missing this one key element about swing trading. I wonder if you could answer that and how you feel that is in comparison to day trade. I know from the tone of that kind of question that the person really doesn't understand trading itself. Because in many instances, the question sort of indicates where they are on their journey, and the way that it's phrased, again, and it's evident when someone's just throwing shit against the wall for no other reason. I don't get many of those, just because in my videos I am trying to describe stuff, not that I'm great or I know it all, but I'm trying to describe stuff that I've went through or am going through, in trying to figure out how to better view the market itself, which is a trading question, not so much a FOREX secret sauce question. So that's the first reason. The second is that an answer is a static piece of information. 2 plus 2, what's the answer? What's the answer to question number 42 on your state driving test? The recipe, the answer to how many ounces of flour to put into the mix. Those are answers, and they have static, or questions, I'm sorry. And they have static answers. 2 and 2, what's the answer? Well, the answer is 4. The question is, what's 2 plus 2? That's a question that has an answer. When you're talking about trading, number one, and number two, and particularly in the FOREX market, because of the purpose of that market and the structure of it, the structure of price action, there are no answers. I can't answer a FOREX question. What I try to do with folks is present some sort of a probabilistic view of the situation they're trying to describe to me that they're having an issue with. And some of them don't like that. I'll take a lot of time in an email to get back to somebody, and I never hear from them again because they didn't get the answer. And so that person who have contacted me and I got back to you with a long email and you never bothered to get back and either thank me or have some follow-up stuff, I know you're an idiot and you're not going to be successful in your trading. You might as well give it up if you haven't already figured that out. Or you just consider that I'm an asshole and I really don't know anything. That's a judgment call. But the Forex market and your ability to interact with that market has to be based on probabilities, not answers. And so when I get a question where the person is seeking the answer, I have to take more time to make sure they understand that what I'm going to say is not an answer, but it's a probabilistic view of the situation, which I don't even really know what that situation is. You know, how do I do a entry analysis on a swing point? The prices dropped 200 pips like a stone, and so how do I know when the turn's coming? I mean, really? So when you're looking to ask, or you're considering what book or article or some video that you're going to watch, what you're trying to get out of that video, you can't just read the book or watch the video and go, oh, okay, I got that. In most cases, there's a lot of the folks out there that are doing these videos who really don't have any clue about how to educate. So when you're looking for an answer, particularly in the Forex market, don't look at it as an answer, look at it as a possibility. What are the valid possibilities? Because just in, as a software engineer for 33 years, working on enterprise level business applications. And so if you go in to solve a particular business problem, and an accounting problem or a warehouse problem, how do you write a computer program to solve this particular warehouse issue where you're moving product around the warehouse, you're trying to keep track of it and staging it correctly for its demand closer to the shipping line, doing problem solution like that. There's no one way to do it. There's many different paths. Some of those paths are more efficient, but they're still just paths. If you really don't know what you're doing and you rely statically on a PERT diagram for any kind of analysis, of a business analysis, you're not going to be successful either creating the study or executing through it. Life isn't like that. The things that constitute life might have answers. What's the speed of light? Okay, that's an answer. Is it the absolute correct answer? Well, according to modern physics and all the other stuff, yeah, it is the answer. You can say that. Boom, point of fact. Einstein said this. Boom. Those have answers, but they still are unknowns until they're absolutely proved. Those aren't probabilities. Those are answers. And there are no answers in Forex. There just aren't. So if you're looking for that secret sauce entry analysis thing, I have a life cycle of a currency position that I teach, and it consists of entry analysis, position management, and exit methodology. And there's a very clean difference between when you're in the entry analysis phase and when you transition into the position management phase. And unfortunately, if you get that screwed up, it's going to be a shit mess. It's not the analysis is not going to bridge across the two phases. So I get the question all the time. Well, what's the dividing factor between the when you're doing the entry analysis and when you're actually looking at position management? And I can provide an answer, but it's a zone. It's a probabilistic answer. Because if I just said, oh, it's this, and everybody did that, well, certainly from a probabilistic stance, many of them would get it and get it right. They figure it out, but most of the people wouldn't get it, and they would continuously fail. Other than the people who look at that and go, well, why does he say that? Let me talk with him about that. And that's why when I work with folks, I don't just hand them a PDF file and a course. It's my time. So what you're paying for is my time to work with you. But just bear in mind that when you're searching for your answers, don't search for answers, search for process. If you're unwilling or don't have the attention span to deal with the process, then you're not going to understand what the answer is. Peter Rose, Longwood Currency Trading. Have a great day and have a great trading day.